But what's going on over here? Looks like there's a shrine or something hidden back here. And we acquired the Canaseum of Persian the Bandit? Was that what it said? Canonium? It's another bone. Is that part of your hip? Of Persian the Bandit. Feared by his countrymen, Persian attacked routes without distinction between rich or poor, and always alone. The day he dragged himself to Albero on the brink of death, no one took pity on him. So let's poke our heads in here real quick. Alright, we're in some sort of big crypt, and there's a dude just stuck there in the sand.
This lowly servant greets you, O penitent one. Welcome to the ossuary of all those who will be eternally remembered.
Now, I don't know what ossuary means. It's probably a fancy word for a place where you keep bones and bodies.
My duty is none other than to provide shelter to each and every one of these skeletal remains that linger under these intangible veils of dust. It matters little how many years or centuries have passed. The bones speak to us through their creaking and grinding, and through their silence. But these remains need one another in order to reveal the truth they still guard within. Only together, in intimate brotherhood, will they achieve eternal rest. For this, they beg that you help them. Bring them before me, and in this way, we will uncover the truth that they have silenced.
Alright, so this guy wants us to collect bones. We've got 2, so let's give them to him.
The bones thank you for your help, O virtuous penitent one. Bring the bones before me, and we will uncover the truth that they keep silent.
Okay, so as we find bones, we'll bring them to this guy. And gee, that sure looks interesting, doesn't it? I wonder if that's going to be important. So there is a passage over here. And we are in the desecrated cistern. I did not find this the way we're going right now. I took the long way to get here. And there's some, well, I'll just have to show you. Okay, we want to be careful of that. Now this stuff will not hurt us, but the actual drop will. Alright, so what does this room look like? Does this look like a place where we're going to fight a boss? That's sure what I thought. But then I found this guy. Stop picking at that. You're only going to make it worse. So it's not a boss, it's somebody we can talk to.
2 faces greet you, penitent one. My name is Nacimiento.
Nacimiento? I don't know, Latin, Spanish, I don't know. Italian?
Look at my chest, upon which an ancient visage grows older and older. A face that does not speak, that does not think, while mine becomes younger, such that I now look like a child. Such a terrible sentence is this, that I do not understand its purpose. No matter how much I reflect on the sin that I may have committed to deserve it.
Yeah, may have committed. You don't even know what you did wrong to have a face growing out of your body.
The grace of the miracle is present even in those who are punished. Perhaps I might reduce the magnitude of this sentence by helping you. Bring me the quicksilver, which is capable of flourishing under our feet in any place at the whim of the grievous one, and I will mix it with the bile from your flasks, thereby enhancing its gift.
Alright, so we can come to this person. We give them our quicksilver, our flask, and 1,000 tears of atonement to make the flask more powerful. Now, we cannot afford that right now.
Bring me the quicksilver, which is capable of flourishing under our feet in any place at the whim of the grievous one, and I will mix it with the bile from your flasks, thereby enhancing its gift.
And this poor guy, looks like his feet are nailed into a plank of wood. Now, if we looked at the Quicksilver, where is it? The lore said something about, "My son, it is your choice to pick them up or leave them, but beware of the purpose you put them to." So maybe that has something to do with him and what's happening to him. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Now, the first time I played through this game, I did not really look that deeply into the lore. But this time I will, because, well, I'm playing it for you people. Okay, keep away from that enemy. See, this is not... Oh, careful now. This is not the way I went through the game the first time, so this feels a little weird to me. And we can't go this way because we're blocked by a gate. When those guys explode, they can hurt you, and they will keep coming back. The only way to get rid of them is to take out the bell ringer. Alright, here's another area, the Mountains of Endless Dusk. This might be too tough for us. Let's find out. Well, that's not too bad. Gotta play like a game of sliding with these enemies. There are some nice goodies to find if we go this way, but this way is kind of dangerous. Alright, the Metaculpris of Hodges the Blacksmith. The Metacarpus? Is that the bone in your ear? Alright, the blacksmith Brendan Hodges forged some of Stovia's most beautiful weapons. I'm gonna make this up as I'm going along. Wielded by the anointed legions themselves, Destiny wanted it to be one of his weapons that killed him. Now, I thought we could smash through this wall. Maybe not. Let's see. Do I want to keep going this way? Yeah, let's at least try. Let's see what happens. So down there is bad. That's a pit that if we fall down, we will die. That mist there is kind of a guide to help us. Now, I wonder if these, like, flying enemies are supposed to be angels. Because I can vaguely remember one of the descriptions of angels being like flying circles of eyes. I wonder if that's supposed to be something similar. Wall climbing. Press X when jumping against certain surfaces to thrust your sword into the wall. While hanging, press A to jump, or B to jump down. Kind of like when we were going through the ladders. So I can just hang out here. I can't fight or anything. If I press B, I just drop. But if I press A, I can jump and sort of climb up. So let's save. This will also respawn every enemy. But it also means if we die, we'll reappear here. And we're about to fight a bad, bad enemy. So, this goof in this giant helmet is going to bull charge at us, and we can only hurt him from behind. At least I think we can only hurt him from behind. I don't know if we can dodge him, I don't know if we can block him, but I know we can jump over him, so that's what I did. So the first time I came through this area, I was having a hard time, but I was a little tougher. I think think I'm having an easier time this time around because I know better how to handle the enemies. Now these enemies are not hurting us by touching us, but that is not always going to be the case. I love the backgrounds. This enemy is a pain. They're easy to kill, but they kind of like throw these crosses at you that boomerang, like Castlevania. Alright, so I guess this is going to be... this is technically our first boss. Maybe more like a mini-boss. But we seem to be doing okay. Just gotta stay out of the way of the thunder it summons. The lightning it summons, rather. I didn't do it then. For the most part, we can just stay under it and swing up, and we beat it. And we acquired Praveta's Protection. We have no offerings available. Yeah, we're going to be able to leave stuff in this tree. But let us hit the start button. Praveta's Protection. Ribbons of crimson cloth, carefully rolled and still scented with ancient oils. Members of the Anointed Legion wrap their bodies in these soft ribbons anointed with protective oils, which contrasted with their otherwise heavy armor. The determination of its former wearer offers protection against lightning attacks. Well, we got nothing else to equip, so we might as well. Estras, you say, spoke the soldier. That madman could not bear the death of his sister. He's still talking to her as if she were besides him. Sometimes it even seems as if they were arguing. He's long gone and hasn't been seen since. Okay, we can fall here, and we're going to meet somebody.
O penitent one, we traverse strange roads under the same firmament, with nigh other trade, nigh other name. My name is Redento.
Hi, Redendo.
Barefoot pilgrim of the order of the genuflectors. Prithee taketh nigh affront in my not looking at thy visage, for we at each moment lean forth, so as not to divert our eyes from the path. Such is our old precept. We are before Hondo, a great buried bell, erected upside down so that its ringing would make the earth tremble and reach distant lands. Now Hondo resoundeth in a deep triune moan that travelleth in echoes through its broad spiraling circles. My feet wish to cross to the other side of this ancient valley, to move on to the next destination. Oh, my sins, who could help me?
So he's not being very clear about it, but he wants us to help him get across. And we'll see if we can figure out how to help him. Now, I don't know the most optimal, ideal way to go through this game. And this is definitely not the way I went through it the first time. So let's just have fun and see what happens. That wasn't fun. That was painful. Actually, I'm really low on health. Let's heal. So you may notice these, like, I don't know, face-looking bells. Every time that bell ringer rings its bell, they respond. So if we can take that person out, now those bells won't hurt us anymore. Let's climb up here. And there's a goodie. Let's see if we can get it. That lever. Oh, hello. I wasn't quick enough to react, so they all hit me. There should be a save around here somewhere. Can we smash anything? No. So there's that enemy with that cross. we can knock it out of the air back at them if we get the timing right. That was not right. Alright, the scapula of Carlos the Executioner. Ah, we can reach you. His hatred for people was as great as his love for animals. When he was ordered to execute a dog that had bitten a bishop, Carlos refused for the first and last time. Well, Carlos was probably right. I don't know for sure, just because the dog bit a bishop. Nope, we don't want to go that way. We want to jump on that platform we got moving. We hit that thing. Oh, we already took that enemy out. And there's a treasure chest up there. We can't get to it yet. But what we can do is mark it. So that way we know there's a treasure chest over here. See, I did not do all this marking the first time I played, and it was kind of aggravating trying to remember where everything was. I'm not going to make that mistake this time around, or at least I'm going to try not to. Okay, so we should be safe for at least a few seconds. Take you out. Now we're going to do a little ladder hopping. And there's our save point. But I missed that last ladder. That's no good. Now, if I save, and I'm going to, because I want my health, my flasks back. The enemy down here, well, it's back. But that's not necessarily such a bad thing, because it gives us a chance to earn more tiers. And we can use that to unlock and purchase more things. Particularly what we want is to power up our sword. I am probably not going to be upgrading our flasks very often. We are going to get more during the course of the game. First time I played, I just upgraded it every chance I got. So every time I had Quicksilver, I went and upgraded it. This time I'm going to do it a little more, I don't know, strategic maybe? So those are spikes down there. They will kill us. They will kill us dead. So let's try not to touch them. So here's some fun. We can hit that one and cause it to vibrate, which will break things near to it. We're going to come across things like that a few times during the course of the game. Like that one. So let us jump on this platform and see if we can hit that as we go under it. I'm being a little too cautious, a little too nervous. There we go. Alright, now that platform's going to move. We can take it. Okay, we can't go up over there, so we're going to go down here. We got some statues. They look like they're checking out this bell here. And you can see that there's something back there being held up by chains. We're going to have to look into that. Okay, where do I want to go? Well, I'm going to let you guys walk by first. And get hit by that cross. take care of you. Or I'm going to try to. I hope this works. It worked. I'm still getting hurt, though. Let's heal. Alright, down we go. Okay, first time through, this was annoying. Because first time through, I didn't know I could knock away their crosses. Oh, that's going to be a death. So let's see what happens when we die. We respawn at wherever we last saved. Press the right trigger to dodge. The dodge action to use the dodge action to crouch through small spaces, avoid physical attacks, and pass through enemies without suffering damage. Now, you may notice that our fervor bar kind of has like this little bit of brown at the end of it. Because every time we die, some of that fervor gets covered up. And we have to go to wherever we died and reclaim, I don't know, our guilt fragment, I think they call it in this game. And when we get that guilt fragment back, we can increase our bar back to where it used to be. But everything we did stays. So every switch we flipped, we still kept flipped. Every secret passage we opened is opened. Every item we found is still there. It's really not that bad. Whoa. Let's wait until they're both on that side. I'm just going to ignore them. But I will try to take these guys out. There's our guilt fragment. Can I drop down through here? No. And here we find the vertebra of John the Gambler. Known for his gambling skills, many believe John Van Gammermind's fate was guided by the high wills. The day his luck ran out, so did his life. Okay, now this one is going to take some timing and some platforming. Let's wait for all the bells to ring again, and then we will try to run up that wall as fast as we can. Because if we get damage while holding onto a wall, we're just going to fall. Put you down. Okay, that platform is going to crumble, but there's a wall we can grab right there. And jump and flip the switch. And there we go. Now let's grab this goodie. And it is an empty bile vessel. So now we technically have 3 of them. Vessel made of crystal and gold, capable of holding the hallowed bile that emanates from morning fountains. Get up and tell us what you witness, said the scribe without averting his gaze from the paper. I received an order from the exhumation of a penitent who had been buried about a year ago, answered the gravedigger. He was well loved in Alborough, and many parishioners approached his grave. But when I dug him up and saw blood coming out of a crack in his sarcophagus, blood red as wine. Those who were there rushed to open the lid of the coffin and carry him on their shoulders, watching as blood gushed from its sides. Others ran to their houses, searching for buckets and bottles to keep all that blood that wouldn't stop flowing out. Alright. So we technically have a third one, but it's not there, is it? You don't see it. It's just 2. That's because we need to find fountains like this and pay to have them filled. Now this one only costs 500, so we're going to fill it up. And as we find vial after vial, the cost is going to become more and more. But we also pay here to have our health restored and our bile vessels restored. You know, that way if we want to heal without having to save. We're not going to do that. Alright, now here's an interesting one. That bell is going to ring as it's moving back and forth, and as that one swipes its bell. Okay. Okay, so we got 3 of these guys. We can probably keep you separate from your friends. I thought we could. I was wrong. But this works. Now these enemies are getting knocked back a little each time I swing at them. So I kind of have to swing a few times, move forward. So maybe you see this trick here. We're going to time our hit. And there we go. Oh, you almost got me. So did you. A flashing statue holding chains. Maybe we should hit it a bunch of times. Surely nothing bad happened. That could only have been good. Okay, you... Like, you are gross. Like, not even being held together. Alright, this I did not like. This is a puzzle. It's not exactly a hard puzzle. What I want to do is flip these switches and get the timing right. So that when they all reverberate off of each other, it's kind of like dominoes almost falling. Nope. So this one will move the middle one and the one to the far right. That might do it. Actually, we can probably just do that. Okay. We need to get that one a little closer. That won't do it. Let's try again. That, well, it's close enough, but it might not work for the ones to the left. Did it. That wasn't too bad. And what do we find in our treasure chest? We find not a rosary rope. A rope made from the threads of habits of monks deceased in ancient times. Ingracia was her name. Her rosaries were the prettiest of all Stovia. Stovia? I don't know. The most prestigious priests and bishops frequent her workshop, and even our very holiness, Escobar, commissioned her. Such was her mastery that a rosary crafted by old Egarcian was unparalleled in beauty, delicacy, and perfection. Word spread that a rosary was not made by her would not receive divine blessing, and prayers would not be heard. And besides, that would be a sin. This caused all the others to become banned by the Holy Mother Church, and those so-called false rosaries were sought and burned. Someone who kept a deceitful rosary would be severely punished, sometimes even accused of heresy. Then we all began to wonder what would become of the rosaries when Ingracia was no longer with us. It's a good question. Some people don't think that far ahead. Alright. More of these creepy angel face wing things. We want to be careful with these platforms. They are going to break. And I'm trying to hit all the winged bird angels, but I probably don't need to. I just want to because they're in the way and they do give us tears. Oh, what do we got up there? Is that a Moonchild? Moonchild was also the name of the childlike princess from the Never-Ending Story, but you wouldn't be able to tell listening to Sebastian scream it. Sounded like he was just like yelling noise. Okay. I don't really want to go over there because I know what's over there, and it's a pain. Mountains of Endless Dusk. So we've made it to the other end, where we saw, what was his name? Roberto? Rolento? There's another Moonchild. I don't know if I can get that one. Give it another shot. Got him. So, look, another goodie. And those little red sparkles again. Let's mark this. How should we mark this? How about a question mark? Question mark seems like a good marker. Gotcha. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, thou art the answer to my prayers. The order thanketh thee for thine aid.
You're very welcome.
It is of little use for me to remain here. Go with the Father, O penitent one.
And we acquired the fourth toe of limestone. A toe from the statue of the first barefoot pilgrim. The fourth toe bore the memory of his partner, so as not to forget better times, reducing dodging cooldown. Oh wait, we gotta read the lore. Finally, he said, a genuine genuflecting pilgrim will always walk alone. It is the solitary path that will grant him constant meditation and understanding of what it means to be a pilgrim in the land of the miracle. For that is our rule. Then he got up and looked at all of us for a long time while we remained silent. Then he left and we never saw him again. Okay, so there is more to check out down here. But there's also more to go and check out over that way, which is the stuff I really want to go and do. We're looping around in ways that I really did not do the first time through. So in its own way, this kind of feels new to me. Doing these things out of order, or at least the order I did it in. So the first time through, I gotta say, I really kind of just took the straightforward path. I just went straight ahead of me. This time through, I know, where some of the shortcuts and secrets are, so I'm doing things in a different way. Okay. Ouch. I don't like. Up there with your metal cross. But you're not bothering us. So we'll bother you. Okay, there's a goodie there. Look what else is down here. Now, I wonder if I can get them one at a time. No, I was asking for too much. Where you going? Come back. Goodbye. Well, we can't reach that, can we? Not if we try to be tricky. So let's mark this. What have we been? We've been marking what? Question marks? Question marks are good marks. Remind me of the Riddler. And you are just stuck. Alright, save point. So every enemy is back now. But we've returned to the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. And look, a Mea Culpa shrine. Our cup of virtue hath sent. And now we are level 2, so we can get level 2, we can get tier 2 upgrades. Like this fervorous blood, which I am going to spend the 2,000 to get. This allows us to perform a ranged attack by hitting the B button.